Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to Youth to Gold here on Cricket Captain 2024. I hope you're all doing very well. If you've watched episode, or part 1, part 2, episode 1, episode 2, whatever you want to call it, and you are back here, I welcome you back. If you are new, welcome. Everybody's welcome. But for context, you are going to want to watch part 1 and part 2. So far, if you don't want to go back and watch it, I will give you a brief rundown of what's been happening. We have signed a Wonderkid by the name of Chris Follett, and he's doing very well. This is Youth to Gold. We sign young players under the age of 19, we get them through, we try and win stuff basically. But I don't feel like I did a very good job of properly outlining what I want to achieve within this save file. Obviously, in terms of the county championship, we want to win Division 1. If we have a quick sneak peek, we're currently in Division 2. We obviously get promoted, at least try to get promoted this season. But at the end of the save file, whenever that will be, we want to finish as county champions. We want to also be holding the One Day Cup, the T20 Blast, and the 100 Trophy all at the same time. In addition to that, if we go to Test Championship, that's not what I want. I want to go to World Ratings. I want to be, because I'm also controlling the Manchester Originals in the 100. Hopefully one day I'll be offered the England captaincy, and I want to hold the Test Championship, the One Day World Cup, T20 World Cup, all consecutively, in addition to everything domestically, as well as having the #1 rated batsmen, bowlers, and all-rounders in all formats, all coming through our academy at Northampton. So that is the general idea. In episode 1, we picked up our first Wonderkid in Chris Follett, and so far he's been doing very well. I hope everybody's caught up. Today, we have got 3 first-class games, one against Gloucestershire at home, who are currently at the bottom of the table. Our next one, I believe we've got one against Yorkshire, if I remember correctly. And then we've got one against Derbyshire away from home. So we're going to play those 3 games today. I hope you're all doing very well. This is a very long intro. Anyway, we are bowling first in terrible conditions. Can't wait for this. They've got Cam Bancroft and Bo Webster, 2 Australians. They've also got Oliver Price, who I've heard a little bit about. He's got a very good one-day record, but not so much in first class. Chris Dent has been around for a little while. Miles Hammond, I recognise him. James Bracey, I recognise him. He's played 2 test matches and has not done very well. Averages 2.6 in test matches. Imagine living your whole life wanting to become a test cricketer, and then you make your debut and you average 2.6 for your career. That is terrible. But anyway, we are tasked with bowling first. We are not the best bowling team in the world. We're not the best batting team in the world. Quite frankly, we're not the best team in the world. But we are going to do as best we can in this first innings at home. Really solid bowling performance here by the boys here against Gloucestershire. We bowled them all out before the end of the second session for 187. Their top scorer, Ollie Price, made 46. We had them 5 for 85. They ended up making 187. Scrimshaw led the way, 5 for 59 from 14.4. Russell took 3 for 76. He was a little expensive, going at just over 5.5 and over, or just under 5.5 and over. Tremaine and Sanderson were very good, very economical, really did a good job opening the bowling. We had them 3 for 29, then 5 for 85, but then there was a little partnership in the middle order between Van Buren and Hammond, I believe, and that sort of kicked on towards the rest of the innings. If we have a look at the conditions, it's actually not that bad for batting. It's just day 3 and day 4 just ruined this match. I might try a bit of a Bazball impression here, although I don't generally want to do that with this team because we just don't have the players for it. You know, we might have to swing for the fences here if we're going to try and get a result. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We've got a lot of guys that are not in form. Vasconcelos isn't doing too bad. He's still got 100 that he's recorded from last season, but Emilio Gay at the top of the order has not had a good run. Follett obviously has been good, as well as Nair. Proctor and Keogh have been pretty good. But yeah, not filled with confidence, but if we can pass Gloucestershire's total, I think we're going to be okay. Look, to be perfectly honest, in these conditions, things could have been a lot worse. We lead by 57. We're all out for 244. Only Nair made it past 50. He made a very well made 88. Proctor got 36 in the middle order. Zabe finished not out on 39, which has been his highest score for a long time. He is in terrible form. This might be a change in direction for him. Hopefully Follett, not one of his best knocks, really struggled to get to 14. And Vasconcelos and Gay just really struggled at the top of the order. And Scrimshaw chipped in with 22 as well towards the back end. We're in a little bit of trouble at 3 for 30, but we scratch our way to 244. Taylor ends up 4 for 69. Dale 3 for 49. Price also picked up a wicket, as did Van Buren. Now that we've got a lead of it's 57, which, it's not massive. If we can get a couple of quick wickets before tea, I think we're in with a chance here. The bounce is uneven. The ball is starting to turn. We've got Alex Russell. We've got Keogh. Zabe, I don't think he's actually bowled yet in this series. We'll just see what happens. But I think we are in with a chance if we can bowl them out quickly. We have bowled them all out for 160. That is the good news. The bad news is we've got 9 overs before the end of day 3. We've lost a whole bunch of time. I don't actually know how much time we've lost so far in this game. Basically, all of day 3 got lost, bar a few overs. Price again top scored with 46, just as he did in the first innings. Russell, 6 for 61 with the ball, best figures of the season. He was really, really good. If we have a look here, what is his average for the year? He's averaging 19.56 for the season. Economy of 3.94, is not ideal, but has been pretty good. Scrimshaw was 2 for 48, but was going at 8 runs and over, so his spell was very short. And Tremaine picked up 1 for 31 from 20 overs. He was basically up the other end, keeping the dot balls nice and tight, while Russell was going after wickets. If you have a look at the interruptions in the bottom right corner, 5 hours and 4 minutes lost in this game so far, which is basically just a day of play. So we need 104 to win. We've got 7 overs left today, and then I don't know how many overs we're going to get tomorrow. That is the only thing. So I think best thing for us to do here is bat as fast as we can, because I'm going to treat the rest of this like a one-day game, try and score the runs as quickly as we can. Hopefully we can get a result. And there it is. I would hardly call it elegant, but we do secure the victory with 3 minutes left in the second session on day 4. We were not looking good. We finished 7 for 105. We win by 3 wickets. We were 5 for 28. And then there was a good partnership between Keogh and Zabe. Got us to 6 for 90. Then 7 for 95. To then winning. We probably went too fast too early with Follett, Nair, Gay. Even though I was trying to score quickly with Vasconcelos, he literally did nothing. He was 1 off 24. Gay got a duck. Follett, run a ball 11, basically the same with Nair. Proctor hit a 4 and got out. But it wasn't until we got Keogh and Zabe that we sort of slowed things down. And then we eventually won the game. That was an absolute nightmare of a game to play. If we go to Division 2, Sussex is the other game that was played. They sort of won in very similar circumstances to us. We're chasing a small total, got down to 7 wickets, ended up getting the job done with, who got player of the game? It was Zain Al Hassan with 135, not out. His first class ton. Pujara got 151. Tom Clark, another 100. He got 200s in the last episode. How is he going this season? He's been incredible. 615 runs at 68.33. Very, very good. And now if we look at the table, we're currently positioned in the top spot. Very, very happy with how we're going. 85 points. We are 5 points clear of Derbyshire, with the bowlers doing the majority of the work for us. We actually have the second lowest batting bonus points out of anybody in the competition. Only Leicestershire have got less batting points than us. It is now first versus second. We're away from home. I don't know what the conditions look like. Finally, a game where it's nice and sunny. We have not had one of these yet. I reckon maybe we've had one game where it's been nice and sunny so far. Every other game has been horrible. But I'm slowly losing my patience with my opening batsman, especially Emilio Gay. He's averaging 13 from 10 innings. The middle order, ordinarily I wouldn't be playing these guys. It's just what we have right now. Do I open with Follett, even though I am fully... What am I trying to say? I am training Follett to be an opening batsman. He's currently comfortable as a one-day and T20 opening batsman. do I risk moving him as an opener, even though he's probably not ready? What do I do? I mean, what's the alternative? Bartlett's not an opener. Broad plays for Germany, apparently. But he's not an opener. Miller and Patel, I don't believe they're openers. No, neither of them are really prospects, I dare say. And then McManus, last time we played him, he got 2 ducks. So I think we just stick with it for now, unfortunately, and just hope that the form changes. That's literally the game plan. The bowlers, I have nothing to complain about. They've been awesome. But just the top order, apart from Nair and Follett, have been really poor. I mean, those two have been really good, but other than that, it's really been poor so far. But we now have the toss of the coin. I'm really hoping we win this toss because I would love to bat first on this wicket. Thankfully, we do. Let's go out, get some runs into our top order who desperately need it. Follett, he's had a very good start to his season, didn't have a good game last time around. Still averaging 62 from, 10 innings as an 18-year-old is exceptional. But, we want more for him. We want him to be an international quality player, and the only way to do that is score runs, primarily in Division 1, not so much in Division 2, which we're currently in. But this game, it's all about the top order. Let's get runs into these guys. We lose our final wicket right before the end of day 1. 379, I'm pretty happy with for a first innings total. The pitch is actually just starting to wear down, so it was pretty roadish the first couple of sessions, and then right in the middle of the second session, it just turned and went absolutely for the worst. Vasconcelos made a very nice 100, ended up with 105. Gay really struggled at the top of the order once again. His last 4 innings, he is averaging 2, and that is not very good. Follett picked up another half century, but got out, I think, basically the next ball. Nair and Proctor barely added any runs between them. We were 5 for 175, and then a big partnership between Keogh and Zaib got us back in the game. Keogh dismissed 475 LBW by Chappell. Zaib fell, unfortunately, for 92, and then Sanderson was the last man out for 9. But I have to say, pretty happy with this first innings total. If we have a look at the bowlers, nobody really stood out of any note. I mean, the wickets were basically shared between everybody. But that partnership right in the middle, 148, really, really valuable in this kind of game. There's 1 over left, 1 over left of the day. We'll bowl it and 4 byes and a couple of runs come off it. So end of the first day, we'll go around the grounds. Sussex lead, Yorkshire 338 all out. Yorkshire currently 1 for 19. Pujara got another 100. Gloucestershire 9 for 376 against Leicestershire in very good shape. And Middlesex all out 412. On the first day, nobody made 100. That was very interesting. And nobody's lost time, I believe, either. And then we made our 379 as well. We're here to take wickets. Hopefully, the pitch can continue to deteriorate. The predictor has us just over 50% winning this game. I'm hopeful we can get a couple of wickets here today on this pitch. Not our best bowling performance this time around. It's currently day 3, halfway through the first session, just over halfway through the first session. Derbyshire actually beat our first innings total. We got 379, they ended up on 382, so they're not in the lead by much. Lamb led the way with 91, not his highest first class score. Chappell ended up 79 not out, not bad for a bowler. He also got 74 not out in the last game that he played. But yeah, we had them, if we go to our bowling card, we just did not do very good at all. Just trying to break those partnerships. We had them 6 for 202, and that became all out for 382. There was this partnership between Lamb and Chappell that just absolutely killed us. Bowling wise, economy, not too bad with the exception of Scrimshaw, who just cannot, if he's not taking wickets, he's almost not worth bowling because he's so expensive. Russell again was really good, 4 for 86 off 27.5. Tremaine and Sanderson were good as always. Keogh ended up bowling 22 overs as I couldn't deal with Scrimshaw. He took 2 for 86. A little bit more expensive than I would have liked, but it's really a batsman's wicket, this one. Not as, when I said earlier in our first innings that the pitch was turning, I think that was just us not being good batsmen. hopefully we can prevent a draw from happening in this game. But the predictor says Derbyshire are now 45% chance to win, 17% for a draw, 30, I think it was 38% for us. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we can either, I mean, it'd be pretty hard to win from this position considering how we bowled in the first innings. But if we can bat ourselves into a decent enough position to where we can potentially get a win, we'll just see how it goes and hopefully we can get it done. A couple of overs ago, Chris Tremaine fell and the partnership between him and Chris Follett worth 144 is what has saved this game for us. We are going to declare with 19 minutes to go in day 3. Follett is going to finish 166, not out, his 3rd first-class century. Tremaine was outstanding, 12 off 78. Just stood up the other end. We were in all sorts at 6 for 156, but we got the job done with the bat. We now need to do it with the ball. Nair wasn't too bad. He got 50 off 44. Really aggressive. We got 309 off 68 overs. We did a really good job. We are going to declare now. Derbyshire have 307 runs to win. They've got a little bit more than a day to do it. They've got a day and 3 overs. We are going to play these 3 overs. We're just going to wait and see how it all plays out. There's a dot ball, or a maiden over, I should say, by Tremaine, and there is 1 run scored in 3 overs. That is the end of day 3. I will see you at the conclusion of this game. Hopefully, we can come down with a victory. We've got 1 wicket to go. Follett to Brown. It is caught behind. Follett takes the winning wicket. You're probably wondering why the hell is he bowling? We needed an extra spinner because Keogh wasn't doing very well. He was none for 56 off 10. Follett gets the match-winning wicket. 2 for 37 off 13.2. 5 maidens was exceptional. Russell ends up with 5 for 75. We win by 46 runs. Poor David Lloyd, not to be confused with Bumble, finishes 121, not out. You'd have to say Follett is the player of the game. Russell just misses out on a 10-wicket haul. Very, very fun match, this one. Northamptonshire win by 46 runs. We go around the grounds. Yorkshire beat Sussex by 4 wickets. That is not surprising. Harry Brook did very well. Pajara, twin hundreds, couldn't get the job done. He has had an outstanding season. Let's have a look for the current season. He's averaging 79. That is outstanding. Gloucestershire had a draw with Leicestershire. Dent, 173, not out, as the player of the game. Hanscom had a 60 and 100. And then Middlesex beat Glamorgan by an innings and 9 runs. Not too surprising there. Glamorgan weren't all that flash when we played them. And then we had the big win over Derbyshire. And that puts us at the top of the table, clear by 6 points. 18 bowling points, 9 batting points. Definitely our bowlers, as you can expect, doing the majority of the work for us. We still have 1 game to go this episode, and it is now first versus second against Yorkshire. I'm hopeful that we can have a good game here. I really don't know what to do about Emilio Gay. If we have a look, he's averaging 13.25. I think it's time to drop him. I'm going to move Follett to the top of the order for this game. Who do we bring in is the only thing. We might bring in Bartlett. We only played him the 2 games. We'll pat him at 4. Nair can bat at 3. Everybody else is going to remain the same. Hopefully, we can get a good result here against Yorkshire. We are going to call heads on the toss for this game. We have unfortunately lost the toss. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bad condition-wise in terms of the weather. There's a little bit of overcast morning of day 2, but apart from that, it's looking pretty good. It's looking like it's going to be a bouncy wicket. It is a home game, of course, and we've been put in to bowl. Now, if we look at the Yorkshire 11, we can see Shan Masood, very experienced international cricketer. Only has an average of 28 at test match level, but does have a first-class average of 40. 54 at one-day level is very good. Adam Lyth, former test cricketer for England, got a century and not many runs after that, averages 20 in 13 innings. He's 36 years of age. Finley Bean, I don't know too much about him, but it looks like he has an okay record. Joe Root, we obviously know a lot about Joe Root. His record speaks for itself. George Hill, not to be confused with Indiana Pacers and San Antonio Spurs legend George Hill. Younger version. Plays cricket instead of basketball. Dom Bess, I think he's batting at 7, which seems high. Has test wickets. He's not the best bowler on the planet. I really thought he was going to be really good, but hasn't proven to be as good as I thought he was going to be from cricket captains gone by. Then we have Jordan Thompson, who may have played in the Big Bash at some point in his career. Yeah, he played for the Hurricanes. That's where I know him from. But he's got a decent career record. He's only played one day match, but first class, he's not bad. Matthew Fisher, he's played a test match. When did that happen? That was not that long ago. Ben Code has been around forever. Phenomenal record. And Vishwa Fernando, test cricketer for Sri Lanka, who's left armour. Today, it's going to be tough. I think if we can... What's the predictor looking like? Yorkshire win is predicted 81%. Not a real chance of a draw, but I think if we can get them under 300 today, I think we're within a good chance, and if we can keep Joe Root under 50, we're doing well. Yorkshire have been bowled all out for 305 after just 77.1 overs. It was looking pretty dire for a while. They were 5 for 265, and I was starting to get a little bit concerned, but then bang, 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 bang. Wicket, 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 until they were all out for 305. Scrimshaw picked up 4.64 runs and over for 4 for 89. Russell took 2. Sanderson and Tremaine took 1 and 2 respectively. And Rob Keogh chipped in with the wicket of, if I can remember, Dom Bess, who got bowled for 38. So I sort of wanted to get them out for around below 300 if possible. They got 305. Joe Root was their standout, who got a run of ball by 126. He was awesome. But now we have the task of batting out the rest of day 1, getting some more runs on the board in day 2, and hopefully getting a result on our hands by the end of this game is wrapped up. If we have a look at the predictor, Yorkshire still the heavy favourites in this one. Wait and see what happens once we've batted. Not our best innings, has to be said. We limp through to 189 all out. Our top order, especially 1 through 4, not a great deal of runs between them. We were 3 for 38, not looking good. 4 for 74, 5 for 92. So I believe the bottom half of the batting order actually did better than the top half, which is a concern. Follett in his first game as an opening batsman, not his best work. I mean, 11 off 21, did hit a 6. Which is something, but really struggled other than that. Vasconcelos didn't fare much better, neither did Nair, although he did stick in for a little while once we lost early wickets. Bartlett got a 4-ball duck. Proctor was the best of the batsmen by far. Zabe was one of the last men to go. But apart from that, no real heroes with the bat, unfortunately. Just not a great series of events in this innings. We're still behind by 116. It is right before the end of the second session on day 2. We've got plenty of time to bowl, but that also means that Yorkshire have plenty of time to bat. So excuse me, as the conditions get worse for batting, the likelihood of us winning this game is heavily decreased. Yorkshire up to an 89% chance to win this match according to the predictor. I'm starting to believe it, unfortunately. All out for 243. We had them 8 for 184. Which was really disappointing to let them get that extra 60 runs. That partnership between Thompson and Code, invaluable to Yorkshire. Alex Russell was the hero in this inning, 6 for 63. The pitch was just spinning. Keogh and Russell bowled the majority of the overs. Scrimshaw was no good, going at 8.4 runs and over, none for 42 off his 5. Sanderson and Tremaine were good, getting early wickets. We had them 2 for 3 at one point, but then they just started to concede a few too many runs. But we now have a big run chase on our hands, 360 runs to win. We've got basically all of 2 days. There's just under 2 days left in this game. They only batted for about 45 minutes this morning, in the morning of day 3, I should say. So we've got plenty of time. We just got to see it out and get as many runs as we can, and I think we're going to be fine. We did so well with this run chase, especially Liam Proctor. Oh, this is so disappointing. Yorkshire win by 55 runs. Liam Proctor just dismissed for 99. Out clean bowled. Such a disappointing way to lose the game. Oh, it was absolutely awful. We were terrible in this chase. We were 2 for 39, which, you know, isn't an ideal start. Follett wasn't good again at the top of the order, so I'm thinking he might be a number 3 until he is fully trained as an opener. But Vasconcelos, I didn't set him to be very aggressive. He was just playing very aggressively. Eventually got LBW by Fisher. Then Nair and Bartlett had a nice little partnership, got us to 3 for 110. Eventually 5 for 214. And then it was just wicket after wicket. Keogh stuck around for a little bit with Proctor. But yeah, the last 3-4 wickets, Proctor was just doing all the heavy lifting. And yeah, we batted 120.3 overs for 304. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the chase done on this pitch. It was just too difficult, too much happening. Code finishes with 354 of 33.3. Really good figures. Fisher, Thompson, Fernando all got 2, with Bess only bowling the 11 overs, 1 for 23. Joe Root is the player of the game. No surprise. Got a century and a half century, was very good. Go around the grounds quickly. Derbyshire beat Gloucestershire by 189 runs, with Harry Kane finishing 180 not out in the first innings. Again, having a very good season. We're seeing the same names pop up over and over again so far this season. Leicestershire win by 4 wickets in a bit of a run chase against Glamorgan. Mulder picking up 5 in Glamorgan's second innings. Do I know him from somewhere? He is South African, so I probably came across his name in the South Africa Mosswood Academy is probably where I know his name from. He has played a few tests for South Africa, but that is not probably where I know him from. Middlesex beat Sussex by 137 runs. Sussex were awesome in the first innings, and then Lewis Deploy once again, 148 in the second innings, another 100 to his name, averaging just a touch under 50 for his career in first-class cricket. But yeah, not good for Sussex in that fourth innings, all out for 149. I thought that was Harry Brook for a second, but no, it's Henry Brooks, took 4 for 18. Really bowled very well. And with that loss, we moved down to second. Not too surprised, we played Yorkshire. They are one of the stronger teams when they've got all of their international talent on board, of course. Joe Root ordinarily does not play for Yorkshire during the summer. He plays for England. Northamptonshire currently in second place. We're halfway through the county championship. We're not doing too bad. We're the best bowling team. I think we're the best bowling team in the competition, but there's a lot to be desired batting wise. If we look at the leading run scorers for the competition, we can see that Deploy played the 7 games, 881 runs at 67.77. Very healthy strike rate as well at 82.8. He's even bowled 2 overs. Picked up 2 for 9 against Sussex. Very good. Pujara's doing very well. Harry Brook, again, another Yorkshire player. Where is he currently? He is playing one day or T20 cricket for England. So he would ordinarily be playing for Yorkshire as well. And then our boy Follett is in 4th place in the runs. 66 is his average. Didn't have a great game last time around against Yorkshire. 792 runs at, as I said, at 66. Pretty good bowling average. I dare say that will change as time goes on. In terms of the wickets, I can't see any of our guys. Actually, Scrimshaw's the highest wicket taker for us. He's got 35 at 25, but it's just the economy of 4.99 is just terrible. Alex Russell, 33 at 19 is very good. Can't see anybody else. I might have to scroll down a little bit. Here we go. Sanderson, 28 at 21.5. But yeah, top of the list is Nkaba Peter from South Africa, bowling very nicely so far this season. If we have a look, he has taken, actually that's not what I want, 37 wickets at 25, 3 5-wicket innings, strike rate of 40.3 with best bowling figures of 5 for 66. It is now time for the Vitality Blast. We're going to take a little break from the county championship. Prithvi Shaw and Raza have returned from the IPL. Very keen to see how all this plays out. This will be our next episode. We're going to have our Wonderkid, who I love dearly, Chris Follett. He's going to be opening the batting for us in T20 cricket, we're going to need to bring in some replacements. I don't know how many T20 players we're allowed. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. In terms of the fixtures, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many consecutive T20 matches that is, but we might do whatever the halfway point is. So maybe it's 4 and 4, maybe it's 4 and 3. I don't know, depending on how many matches there are. But that'll be the next episode. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If I get this video up before Christmas, I hope you have a Merry Christmas or have a happy holiday, whatever holiday it is that you are celebrating. If this video comes out after Christmas, I hope it was nice for you. Same applies for your holiday of choice. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!